Welcome to UWC Initiate Ascension to Greatness. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to this special edition of UWC Initiate. We are just days away from the biggest monumental event in United Wrestling Coalition of the entire year. It's Ascension to Greatness, live August 29th at the Battle Zone in Georgetown, Illinois. And on that night, we're going to see a cavalcade of tremendous action, including a 6-man Eliminator match where the winner will be crowned the new and first ever, mind you, UWC Online Champion. First time ever. Huge bomb dropped on us a few days ago by Sheriff Titty Nashville. Also, we're going to witness the crowning of the 2014 Horizon Cup Tournament Champion, whoever that may be. Tons of action there. And the main event, the big one, folks, United Wrestling Coalition title on the line when Harker Dirge defends against former protege Jason V. That's right, this is teacher versus student Harker Dirge, Jason V. And speaking of Jason V, just a little bit ago, my very close personal friend and colleague Eric Loy was able to catch up with Jason V to get some words about this upcoming big fight.
Eric Loy here, as we are getting ready for Ascension to Greatness here just a little while from now, and with me is the fabulous Jason V as he gets ready for his match coming up against Harker Dirge for the championship. As you make this challenge, what are your thoughts heading into this match?
So I tried to explain it a couple weeks ago, UWC Online, that 2 years ago at Ascension to Greatness, I stood tall and I held that championship and I became the champion. My run was cut short, but lately I've realized that I'm better now, physically, athletically, mentally, emotionally. I'm better now than I ever have been.
Now I agree that you've come a ways since then, and forgive me a little bit, folks, but I've known you now for a while. I've done hundreds of your matches. I watched your match with Jimmy Karryt.
Mm-hmm.
I saw what happened at the end, and I saw him getting into your head a little bit.
You saw me win that match.
I saw you win that match, then I saw you go a little extra further than you usually do.
Eric, sometimes that's what you need to do. That's what, no offense to you, but as a journalist, you see from up there in the booth, you see from behind the camera, you see outside.
Jason, I've seen a lot of your matches. I've seen where you've gone to extremes in the past. I've seen where you've matured. I've seen where you've focused. I've seen when you are at your absolute peak mentally and physically. And I've got to tell you, as not just a journalist, but a friend, I am not pleased with where Mr. Karryt has gotten into your head. And I think that you're allowing him to get the best of you right now.
No. That's where you're wrong. That's where everybody's wrong. That's where everybody that has said that, because it's not the first time I've heard that. It's not the first time. You guys are wrong. But even with that, it doesn't matter. Because at Ascension to Greatness, in that main event, I'm not there to please you. I'm not there to please anybody. I'm there to win a championship. And sometimes you got to do things that you're not happy with to get what you need in this world.
Well, that's perfectly fine, and I agree with that, Jason. But go out and win that championship, but don't lose Jason V in the process. Back with more on UWC in a moment.
You know, folks, ever since natural selection, Frank Wyatt has been a man on a mission. Ever since basically getting screwed over by Alex Castle in that match that the two of them had at natural selection, Castle decides he didn't want to be here anymore. He does not like United Wrestling Coalition. He thought there was no competition. He had done everything, and he wanted to walk away and wipe the slate clean. But Frank Wyatt wasn't about that. Frank Wyatt took to the streets, petitions, signatures, names, pieces of paper, everything he could get to bring to Sheriff Titty Nashville and bring Alex Castle back here. So Sheriff Titty Nashville, he looks at the petition. He sees all the names. He sees the president. He sees Michelle Obama. He sees so many celebrities that Frank Wyatt was actually able to reach out and get in contact with, have signed the petition. So just a few days ago, Sheriff Titty Nashville gets himself involved. Alex Castle reinstated here in the United Wrestling Coalition. But not only that, Alex Castle gets a little extra added caveat of gaining himself a championship shot with this.
So, I have no choice but to, as of this moment, reinstate Castle.
Oh my goodness!
Now, I've been in contract negotiations for quite a while, trying to get this thing through. And part of Alex Castle's new ironclad contract is that he gets a title shot, which I'm more than okay with. I'm fine with that. But seeing as how Jason V is set to face Harker Dirge for the UWC title, I have another little gift to present to you guys.
I like gifts.
Can I get a drum roll, please? There we go. Boom! The UWC Online Championship. This title, as of this moment, is, yes, vacant. The winner of this championship will be decided in the 6-man Eliminator match at Ascension to Greatness. Without further ado, I'm going to introduce you to your first competitor in the Eliminator match, Mr. Alex Castle. Now, before we get too carried away here, I'm going to go ahead and let everybody else know who the second man in the Eliminator match is. And it's going to be Mr. Frank Wyatt.
Oh my gosh. Oh, we got a series.
And ladies and gentlemen, I'm proud to say the paperwork has been finalized. Everything is set in, well, not me, but I'll still say it's set in stone. And here are the men who will be competing in that 6-man Eliminator match to be the first ever United Wrestling Coalition Online Champion. Alex Castle, big man Frank Wyatt, the good-looking guy Travis Ware, last year's Horizon Cup winner, the Vandy man himself, Mark Vandy, the man from the alley, Tornado Jones, and of course the man who loves turning it up to 11 just became a brand new papa. I'm talking about the master of the conclusion, Conrad. You know, we talked about the main event a little bit earlier, and you heard some words from Jason V. Of course, Jason V ready to once again become United Wrestling Coalition Champion. But in order to do that, he has to get the title away from his opponent at Ascension to Greatness, Harker Dirge. But there is a little bit of an X factor here in this match that nobody's really talking about, but I feel it needs to be touched upon. The X factor known as the powder keg, Jimmy Karryt, a guy who has no business in this contest. He's not competing for the championship that night. But for some reason, ever since last month, and he brought out that extra added aggression on Jason V, he feels that he has a stake in this match. He feels that the added aggression from Jason V is his baby, so to say. But don't let me tell you about it. Let the man himself tell you when Jimmy Karryt sat down with my confidant, Eric Loy.
Eric Loy back here, and I've got Jimmy Karryt with me, and I've got
That's the powder keg, Jimmy Karryt. You'll do well to remember that.
I'll remember what I want to remember, young man. You are somehow involved in this match with Harker Dirge and Jason V, and I want to know what's going on. What is your motivation?
Everyone wants to know what's going on. Everyone wants to know what my motivation is, why I should even be involved with Harker Dirge and Jason V, because in all technicality I shouldn't be.
No,
right?
You shouldn't be.
Jason V made me quit. He made me say it. Through the microphone, through over the PA system, everybody heard it. I said I quit.
Right.
So why am I involved with Jason V?
Why are you involved? That's what I'm asking.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
I know what you're asking me.
So?
I'm involved with Jason V because Jason V doesn't know what he has. And you see, I'm the only one here. I'm the only one in UWC that's experienced Jason V at his top, at the top of his game, at his fullest, most unlocked, most... I'm having problems finding words for this even, Eric Loy. I really am. But his
feral.
Yes. The peak of his potential. I'm the only one. I am the only one who has stood in the ring with him at that point. And the reason for that is really simple, because he knew what everybody else knew. He was going to have to kill me before I would say I quit. And hey, you put me in a position where I had to. Props to him, honestly. Congratulations. Jason V, congratulations. You did it. You did what no one thought you could do. And then you surprised me. You went and you challenged Harker Dirge. The only problem is, when he went to boot Harker Dirge directly in the mouth, the same way he booted me directly in the mouth several times, again and 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 again, he stopped. Why would he stop? Why would he stop? You know better than anybody, Eric Loy. Harker Dirge has got a reputation for being brutal. He's bloody Harker Dirge, right?
Well, yes.
His whole reputation is that he will take you, put you through hell, and bury you if he wants to.
Right.
So what makes Jason V think that he's not going to need the same vicious side that he used on me to beat Harker Dirge? Jason V wants to accomplish a goal here. Jason V wants to become the UWC Heavyweight Champion, and hey man, I appreciate it. I can respect that. We all have to strive to be there. If you're not in this business to do that, then hey, why are you here? Straight up. But Jason V seems to think that he can do that using his old methods, and that's just not going to fly. Now, I could sit idly by and let Harker Dirge's title reign continue on as long as I want. I could step into the picture, put myself in Harker Dirge's path anytime I want, but hey, I'm not in the mood to take that kind of a beating. I'll be honest.
Okay.
After the beating I took from Jason V at the I Quit match, I am not in the mood to get in the ring with Harker. That's just not something that I'm feeling right now.
All right.
What I can do is make sure that there is some sort of a mutual gain. What I can do is take the title off of Harker Dirge and put it on Jason V. And what would that do for me? Nothing. Nothing at all. But if Jason V wants to accomplish his goal, I can help with that. Why am I helping? Hey, that's for me to know. Jason V, keep in mind, if you want to take the UWC Heavyweight title from Harker, that's fine. You're going to have to pull out all the stops. You're going to need that vicious side, and I'm going to bring that out of you once again. And by the end of it all, Jason V, I'm not going to judge you if you fail. It's not me you have to atone to. You. Jason V, you are your only judge. You'll do well to remember that.
You know, ladies and gentlemen, last year at Ascension to Greatness, we started a tradition around here known as the Horizon Cup. And of course, last year, Travis Weir shocked the world when he pinned Christian Rose to be the first ever Horizon Cup tournament champion. But 1 year later, we have a new crop of guys that are all fighting for that ultimate prize. Let's show you how we got to where we are now. Everything started off when Blake Reed battled former tag team champion Perry Winkle.
That was off the top with a missile drop kick. Let me just say that. I understand completely. Like I said, wait, he catches it. Oh!
I was just telling that.
Shot, ducks under another one. Step up, Inzagiri.
Blake Reese rocks.
Catches him in the corner.
I've experienced that many times, and it's...
He's going turbo.
I'm going to win the Horizon Cup tournament.
Aaron Matthews hoping to advance, but first had to get by current reigning tag team champion, the real deal, Josh Steele.
Then I went on to defeat Bo Sawyer, Josh Steele's tag team partner.
German suplex. Release German suplex.
Into the corner comes running.
Drop kick! Drop kick right to the face, up to the top, going for the potluck moonsault. Right across the legs.
I am going to win the Horizon Cup tournament.
The Dragon Zord Joey O'Reilly looking to reach the next level, but first he has to find a way to get past the debuting right hand of God, Sam Lowry.
Jump start here to this match between the... He's so fast that you never know. Like right there.
Springboard Dragon Dagger back. Incoming, and he hit it.
Cecil Cerveza looking to once again reclaim some championship, but he's got to face off with Tornado Jones.
Tornado Jones, he's got his foot right now. Cecil Cerveza. Ducks underneath the lariat attempt. Tornado now. Nice Japanese arm drag. Referee checking about. Oh, running boot to the face. Here comes Roll the Dice. He hits it. He's in.
Who's on the horizon? I am.
It's real simple. I'm taking that Horizon Cup home.
Goes for that elbow. Ow! Super kick! No! That's his. Oh!
This isn't something I want. This is something I need.
And at Ascension to Greatness, Aaron Matthews will be your Horizon Cup champion.
So, Dickie, who's going to win the Horizon Cup?
I see what you're doing, and you're trying to get me to cause dissension in the ranks amongst my agency. And I don't like it that you're doing that. And I can honestly tell you, I don't know. It's going to be Cecil or it's going to be Blake. Plain and simple. They're bringing the trophy home.
Well, there you have it, folks. Who's going to win this one? We don't know yet. We're going to have to sit back August 29th right here at the Battle Zone and watch in all of our awe and glory as these guys fight to become the Horizon Cup Tournament champion. Well, let's go ahead and move back to the big match that night, the main event. Of course, I'm talking about Harker Dirge defending the United Wrestling Coalition Championship against Jason V. And what a year it's been for Harker Dirge. This man has lost the title, regained the title, had so many wars over the past summer with the Wabash Talent Agency, but now it's something different. Now it's a guy that he's called best friends, that he is called protege. And it's not that they don't like each other. It's competition. And earlier on, Eric Loy sat down with Harker Dirge and got some words with the champion.
UWC Ascension to Greatness coming up, and I'm sitting next to Greatness, Harker Dirge, several times a champion, wherever you've been. Your opponent coming up at Ascension to Greatness, the fabulous Jason V, you faced several times in many different places. What are your thoughts coming into this? What are your thoughts about what his attitude is coming into this?
Jason B and Harker Dirge have been opponents, and they've been tag team partners. Were we better opponents or tag team partners? It doesn't really matter at this point, does it? Jason B's been doing a lot of weird things over the past few weeks. I guess he's showing a dark side. Now there's some conjecture over whether that dark side is of his own design or whether there's a devil on his shoulder. That's what we're going to find out.
As you know, everybody has their dark side. as you well know. Jason V is a formidable opponent and has been, for you, has been a thorn in your side before. He is a very capable wrestler. He's got, Jimmy Karryt is in his head, and he's kind of pulling, what I think he's pulling the strings behind him. I don't like the way it's playing out, frankly.
Yeah, I don't like the way it's playing out either, because it's playing out into my court and they're getting their business involved in my championship. Now Jason B's been barking at the moon that he wants my title, and I know Jimmy Karryt wants the same damn thing. So is he using Jason B as a means to get to me, soften me up? Is he pulling the strings, as you say, the puppet master? I don't know if Jason B is that weak-minded. I hope he's not that weak-minded. But I'll tell you, I've seen him come out for the last 2 or 3 weeks and just frankly beat people up. Show that mean streak, show that dark side. Well, I have a dark side too. And I know a lot of people are expecting this match between Harker Dirge and Jason V for the UWC Championship to be a roly-poly handshake and a hug type affair. But I'll tell you what, if he wants to get nasty and he wants to show what kind of a man he is, he's not going to do it at my expense, Jimmy Karryt or not. And Jimmy Karryt, look at me right now. I know you're watching because you're abreast of all the situations. I hope you do stick your nose in my business because I really would like to knock it off.
Harker Dirge, Jason V coming up, Ascension to Greatness, and all I've got to say for you, Mr. Karryt, is sometimes when you call down the thunder, you get the lightning. We'll be back in a moment.
Strong words there from the champion himself. He looks ready and confident to head into this big match against Jason V and hopefully retain his United Wrestling Coalition Championship. Jason V looking to once again become champion and achieve ultimate glory just like he did 2 years ago at this very same event. But like we said, there's that X factor, that snake in the grass that's just looking to strike at any moments necessary. The powder keg Jimmy Karryt. What's he gonna do? We don't know. I don't know. I know he's gonna have something to do with it. That's Jimmy Karryt's MO. He gets himself involved. I'm not sure. We're gonna have to find out. The only way to find out is to be there live at the Battle Zone in Georgetown, Illinois. Address at the bottom of the screen. August 29th, Ascension to Greatness. Our biggest event of the year. Big matches happening, big things going on. Championship on the line. Harker Dirge defending against Jason V. Horizon Cup tournament action. We crown the 2014 winner. Who's it going to be? Blake Reed, Joey O'Reilly, Aaron Matthews, Cecil Cerveza. We don't know. 6-man eliminator match for the first ever UWC Online Championship. 6 guys, 1 title. Only one can be the only one to win. You guys want to check this out? Be here, Battle Zone, August 29th, and watch our Ascension to Greatness.